Hello. It is day 4, each Nissan Shi, in Tokyo. You may be thinking, Woody, you do not look so good, and it's because I do not feel so good. I trained yesterday, and I went to bed early last night, thinking, wanted to like just get this cold knocked off, and I actually woke up and I felt a bit worse, and uh, so I felt a little bit worse, and I got something to eat this morning, and then I worked, for a while, and started writing about freelancing and stuff, which is the main reason I'm here. And basically, if I just came off of working like between 14 and 16-hour days, 6 days a week, and I took a little break, and then I took a little break, and I put myself through some rough, travel and and sleep, and it's taking its toll. So if I wake up bad, feeling not so great tomorrow, I'm probably just gonna take that day off. And I was actually just thinking to myself, I was like, man, I probably should have just gone to a resort and laid on the beach, but I wouldn't have been able to kind of invest in myself, um, you know, with like writing about freelancing, learning to work abroad, using the what little Japanese I know, and but tomorrow I'm definitely, if I don't feel that great, I'm gonna go to a pharmacy. I stopped by a 7-Eleven on the way back and bought some lozenges, and I asked the lady for some cold medicine. She gave me this. I have no idea what this is. I think it might be vitamin C. Um, but if you look at it could also be, if I drink it, I'm gonna like incinerate like the Human Torch. I'm not quite sure. So it smells really bad, but it tastes really. Actually, it's not bad. It doesn't taste that bad. So it might be an energy thing, and I don't want to go to bed for a little bit, so that's fine too. I'm downloading the Walking Dead, which I'm pretty stoked about. But I had a friend of mine ask me on Facebook about how um, you know basically how I how to get started in freelancing, and which is great because today I finished the first main article uh, about how I started in freelancing, and basically what I did was I took a system that I learned when I sold cars, and I applied it to freelancing. And basically, I call it the system of swarming. Where it's like Wu Tang, Killer Bees, we're on a swarm. When you circle your goal and you attack it from a bunch of different tactics, you're more likely to succeed. So, and what I did was like I implemented a bunch of these tactics, and I go back to it over and over and over again. So I was so basically today I wrote about that, and tonight I'm going to work on developing the site for that. So that should be definitely up before I leave Japan, and I'll definitely send you a link for that. Another question he asked me was about traveling and how I've been able to like how to save money and stuff for traveling, and it's real simple. Basically, what you want to do is you just want to take a savings account, make a savings account, and then take money every month and send it there. It's very simple. Most people don't do it. I find that, like, not to make huge sweeping generalizations, but there's the type of people who money controls them, and there's people who control their money. And people who money controls them, they usually don't know how much is in the bank. They don't know how much is on their credit card loans. They don't know how much they owe in cars. And then because of that, they usually make poor decisions, and they do it over and over and over again. And then they don't have anything. And then you have other people who make the same amount of money, and their money is able to go a little bit further. They can take trips, they can do this, they can save money, And basically what it is that it's that system of paying yourself first. You want to set up. You should always have a checking account and savings account, and then also a retirement account, and then you should have a savings account that you look at maybe once a month. I look at my accounts every single day, but there's one account that I have that I only look at, uh, like maybe once a week. And basically, it's this savings account where I just deduct a certain amount every single month, and it goes into it, and it just sits there. It's like your rainy day fund, it's your travel fund, it's your buy a watch fund, it's your buy a car fund. A couple months ago, I was thinking before Sandy, I was thinking about buying a car. I have clients in White Plains. I have clients in Connecticut. I have clients in Baltimore. I have clients in Jersey. And I was thinking about buying a car, so that way I didn't have to rent cars and stuff like that, and I could just go, where I want to. And so what I did was I figured out how much my payment was going to be a month, and I just had that and deducted it straight into this account. And I did that about 6-7 months ago. And of course, I haven't bought a car. So, you're able to kind of generate income that way. So there's that. Today I went to Shibuya, which is an area here in Tokyo, and there's a famous statue of Hachiko, which is it's a dog who its owner died and it just sat at the station or something like that. You can look that shit up on Wikipedia. It's also like a movie with Richard Gere, and it's fucking terrible. It's called Hachi. That Richard Gere, man, he just does not age. So, but I went down there and it was cool. It was like a big mall. There was a Beard Papa there, which they used to have in New York, and they closed it because it's like a cream puff, and it's delicious. It's amazing, and I couldn't help it. I had to have one, so I had one of those. And I walked around and I found this really cool department store where I bought a lot of gifts. But I bought some really cool gifts for people. And one of them, I don't know if the guy's watching this, but I actually bought a iPhone 5 charger that's solar. And you can't really find that in America. And I don't know why. It totally makes sense to have like a little solar panel like on the back of like an iPhone case, and then you just put it face down and it charges up. Give the power grid, give it a hand. Here in Japan everything's powered by nuclear. So and at home it's all run by fucking steam and coal. So give the power grid a break. But I picked up that, and I picked up some other cool gifts that were around. But it's important not to spend all your money up front, because you're gonna find cool stuff. And but I knocked out quite a few of the gifts that I want to bring back for people. And then after that, I found a movie theater, which was really cool. And I didn't go see a movie today, but I definitely have to go see a movie. There's this one movie where everybody's like, and I gotta see it. So I'm gonna go back and check that out. But I found a little hack for Apple Maps, which is you go to the place where you want to go to, and then you drop a pin, and then you hit that pin and you bookmark it. And the interesting thing is that wherever you're centered on, and the compass is working, the pin will drop like fucking blocks away from you. So it'll never be accurate. The Apple Maps are unbelievably terrible. But you can drop that pin and bookmark it, and then type in movie theater across from the Uniqlo, walk 20 feet north of Shibuya, and do something like that. I'm kind of like dumbfounded how bad Apple Maps are and why we don't have Google Maps. Because you may be thinking, hey Woody, you are in Japan, and you know what, in Japan there's like 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 or 5 Apple stores here in Japan. So come on now. On the way back, I was getting really lightheaded. I just haven't been really eating a lot, mainly because I totally overdid it in Thanksgiving, and just wanted to not overdo it here and have just have bad things happen. But I was getting really lightheaded, and I'm taking some decongestant. So on the way home, I stopped at the grocery store, and I'm gonna add the video uh, of the food after this. But I went in and I got these like awesome meatballs, and I saw these like little pearl things, which they just like cool looking. And I was like, you know what, I gotta eat that. So I got that, and then later on this week I'm gonna go back in and stop in because I saw these like big, like puffy, um, light green things, and I think it might be like a pistachio. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's light green, and on it it says number one. So people seem to like it, and I'm gonna go back and check that out. But the funny thing is that when I was buying the stuff, the guy came up to me and was like, "How long, does it take for you to get home?" And I was like, America? He's like, "No, no, no. Here, how long does it take for you to get home?" And I was like, "Oh, like 2 minutes." And he goes and he like, "Oh," he's like, "Okay," and he gives me something, and I thought that like he gave me like a sample of something, and I was like, "Oh, domo arigato gozaimasu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much." I just, I was like, "Oh, that's so nice of him." And I get home and I find out that it's ice. He put ice in my thing to keep it cool, which is still classy. It's classy and it's cool. But I was like, "Oh, thank you. Oh my god." And he's probably like, crazy American. Um, so yeah. So yeah, watch that video, and I'll see you tomorrow. Deuces.